So I've decided to do a little bit of a longer reading today, using more than one deck of cards, thinking about the month of September. So first of all, I'm using this beautiful Quantum Oracle deck. It's absolutely my favourite deck of Oracle cards. It's beautiful. I kind of really resonate with that, so I can recommend that. I'm also going to be using one of my tarot decks, and I'm going to be using this lovely pack of cards that my lovely friend made, which are sort of unique really. So let's have a look and see what we have got in terms of the energy for September. This is a money and abundance energy reading, so we don't necessarily talk about anything other than money and abundance on these readings. That's what the focus is. Please remember that these readings are about energy and they're not necessarily predictions. And if the reading doesn't resonate with you, please then just kindly move on and leave the reading for somebody who does resonate. So let's see what cards we can get for money and abundance for September. Whoa, there's too many there really. There, let those fall out. Nearly burned that one. So we have got, we've actually got quite a few. Spirit does want to give us a few from this deck. Let's have a look and see what we've got. We've got one in reverse, which we will have a look at. So we have optimism, we have the teacher, we have the joyous fun in reverse, and we have playing it safe. Let's take a look and see what that means. So optimism is a really positive card. This means that your reality is shifting on a much more positive direction. So you're looking for an exciting new development in money and your career. And it could also manifest as a personal accomplishment or creative success. Old money blocks are falling away and you're choosing to see light at the end of the tunnel. And there is an increased optimism taking hold in your attitude. So you've finally determined to raise your consciousness to a more positive outlook, which reveals a much more beneficial mindset you may have had in the past. So that's a really positive card to have for the beginning of the month. So with the teacher card here, the teacher card signifies that you may have a positive influence, someone in your life who will guide you or help you with academic directions. So this person may be in your life or they may be entering your life, and this guide may be of assistance in a very thoughtful or spiritual way. It could be that a new spiritual practice or searching for deeper meaning is about to happen in your life. If you are thinking about going back to school or starting college or university, and let's face it, September is that time for a lot of us, now is the time to learn. Teachers do abound in life, including in forms that you might not expect. So it might be that you find a book or an online course that really suits you and helps you progress in your learning. You might in fact be teaching some classes yourself, maybe some small groups or in an academic setting. So get ready and open your heart, and remember that Spirit brings guidance as well. And be willing to receive the direction that you need and to share any wisdom that you have. And with joyous fun, this card for us is in reverse. So we need to look at the reverse meaning. The reverse meaning of this card does signify a potentially joyless time. I think rather that it means that something could be weighing you down and it's time that you thought about putting some happiness back in your life. It could be that you're preoccupied with this idea of learning and starting a new course or starting college or starting a university. But you really need to think about putting the joy into your life to make sure that you balance work and having fun. That's really important. And then we have this card here, playing it safe, which signifies that you have a tendency at the moment to stay within situations where you feel safe and you're not prepared to take risks. But only when you start thinking about moving outside of your comfort zone do you start to flourish and become more abundant. And what I would say to you is, our comfort zone is never our comfort zone. It's always the zone where we kind of feel restricted. We need to move into what we call the learning zone, where we start learning new things and having new experiences. So that's our oracle cards, and I'm now going to clarify that reading using the tarot and using my other deck. So I'm using this lovely Native American tarot deck. Quite like this deck. This was gifted to me, and I quite like working with it. Very slippery, these cards. They all want to jump out at once, I'm afraid. There we go. Let's have a look. We might have a couple of cards, I think. Let's see how we go. No, we've got 3. So we ended up with 3 cards. One fell out and I didn't realise it was there. Goodness me. There's some really interesting looking cards here. They're all, well, we have one that's reversed. So let's have a look and see. So we have the 4 of Wands, and in this deck, this represents a symbol of protection. So it's as if someone is watching over you, or the earth in completion. So thinking about how you work and thinking about what we said about playing it safe, please know that if you do start to think about moving outside of that comfort zone, then you are being watched over and you are blessed indeed. And so we have this card, the 2 of Wands. In this deck, the meaning for this card is that it imprisons anything that is unearthly or that is destructive, and it pauses the will of those who embrace it. It is an initiation instrument, and it hides what might be unconcealed to us. And it reveals the invisible. So if there are things in your life that you aren't quite sure about, that you don't know, card signifies that something will be revealed to you. And then our final card from this deck is the Hanged Man, but it is reversed. And the meaning of this in this deck, it signifies, when it's reversed, it signifies selfishness or being part of the crowd. And I wonder if there is an opportunity for you to see this as a time to start looking outwardly, really, rather than being part of the crowd. You know, trying more to be your individual self and looking at the world from the point of view of, you know, you're not an imposter, you've got this, and you can move forward with your life in a way that is beneficial to you. And then finally, I'm going to pull a card from this beautiful deck. I haven't actually introduced what it is, so let me just tell you what she's called it. This is called Guidance Grids, and this is from my friend who is a Reiki practitioner, a holistic practitioner of other things as well, and she and her friend created these lovely cards. So you won't have seen these before on a tarot channel. I don't think anybody else is using them. You won't have seen these before in oracle card readings. I don't think anybody else is using them. So I absolutely love these cards. So we're pulling one card for guidance today. There we go, there's our card. And we have got, thank you angels for a deeper understanding of your presence. And I think that's a lovely, I think that's an absolutely beautiful card. Let me try and get a little bit of extra light on that. I don't know whether you can see that very well. So thank you angels for a deeper understanding of your presence. And what that means to me is that in terms of what we've looked at today in this reading, I think we just have to be thankful, whether you believe in angels, whether you believe in a higher power, whether you believe in spirit guides. It doesn't really matter what your belief system is, but I think what we need to do is be very grateful that we have got angels or guides or whatever it is watching over us. So I think that's really important. And in terms of the guidance from the little guidebook that I've got, it says, this card says, it's called Understanding, and it says you are beautiful and to be thankful. It says you have everything you need now to move forward. The angels have guided you well, and are very thankful. You are very thankful for this. Your beauty and personality are ready to move forward, and the angels are working with you to boost your confidence, and you will start to feel it soon. And you know you can do this. Believe in yourself, your angels do. And I think that's really, really poignant, isn't it, for the reading that we've just had. We've talked about September being this time of transformations, of learning something new, of the challenges around that in terms of our self-belief, and our ability to move forward with things. And I think that card just finishes that off very nicely. So thank you very much for listening. I hope you have a wonderful month. In terms of your energy around money and abundance, always keep that positive and have an absolutely wonderful month ahead.